everyone, it's Mandy. Welcome to the Customers That Care channel. I am so excited about today's video because it is the first video that I'm going to be talking about my exploring becoming a vegan in 2021. I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about where I came from and how I got to this decision. I'm also going to discuss my fears with becoming a vegan, and then lastly, I will get a little bit more specific about the types of vegan videos I'm going to do. So let's take it back all the way to childhood. When I was first introduced to farm animals, probably like you were as well, when I heard the song, "Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." And when that story was read to me, I remember seeing pictures of really happy and cute farm animals with these cherubic cheeks and big smiles on their faces, the little cows, the little pigs, the little chickens, and they all lived peacefully on this farm, and this really nice farmer took care of them all. So that was my first introduction to farm animals. And like many people, I went to McDonald's and Burger King growing up. I saw advertisements for meat and I consumed it. It was normal in my family to do so, and it was normal in the society that I grew up in. And I didn't really see anything wrong with it. It was just the way it was. And I didn't really know anything about what was going on behind the scenes with farm animals so that I could consume them on my plate. Fast forward to probably sometime in my 20s, maybe before then, I learned that veal was actually a calf or a younger cow that was required to stay motionless for most of their life so that their muscle could remain soft and therefore our meat could remain tender. And I just thought, oh, that's just horrible. I'm not going to consume veal anymore. I just didn't agree with that. My awareness created the impetus for me to take a little bit of action, and I stopped consuming veal. But I continued to consume other meats. And then fast forward 2 years later, I was living in a city, and I think the city had a lot of chicken farms nearby because I remember driving on the interstate and seeing trucks with all types of crates of chickens stacked on top of each other. I remember seeing the little feathers flying out of the crates as the truck drove down the road. And I was so sad to see that because I knew that those chickens were being transported to somewhere where they were most likely going to be killed for human food. And I thought it was sad, but I didn't take any action. I probably just, my favorite song came on in the car and I just continued with life. And then years later, I remember watching a movie that depicted the life of Temple Grandin, who is an activist for livestock animals. And she is all about creating humane ways to kill livestock animals so that they really don't suffer or that their suffering is minimized. And she has been very instrumental in helping animals in this regard. And she works, I believe to this day, as a consultant with the livestock industry. My awareness increased there, but I didn't really take any action. But slowly the seeds were all being planted in my mind and in my heart as to what I would end up doing later on in life in 2021 as I attempt to become a vegan. And then I remember adopting Ellie, my beautiful dog, 9 years ago. And this was the first instance where I had an animal living with me that had become part of my family that I just loved. And then I got to thinking, why is Ellie any different from any other animal? Why is she different from a cow or a pig or a chicken or a turkey? I knew what I needed to do, but haven't really taken action. And at one point, for my own selfish reasons, I realized that consuming turkey and chicken was better for me than consuming pork, ham, or beef. In that instance, I gave cows and pigs a pass, but I continued to eat chicken and turkey. And then I guess my last kind of eye-opening event was when I volunteered at a sanctuary for farm animals about 1.5 years ago. And there I actually got to hold ducks and I got to mingle with the little goats. I got to clean out chicken cages and just be near them and close to them. And it just gave me a whole new perspective on the animals. And these particular animals were rescued and they were living their life out on this sanctuary, knowing that they would never make it onto anyone's plate for food, which was really nice to hear. And that's kind of my journey as to why now I've decided to try veganism. I feel like if I can live on this earth and not eat an animal, why not do that? Because I know that they can't live if I eat them. So why don't I just flip the script and give it a try? I think I owe it to them at this point. For sure, I definitely think I owe it to them. So what am I afraid of? Well, I am hesitant about, I want to make sure I maintain optimal health. So I know that I have to have a lot of B12 vitamins. So I want food that it's fortified with B12, or I definitely need to be conscientious about taking a supplement for that. I'm also afraid that I'm not going to be a good cook. I don't like to cook, and I don't like to shop, and I don't like to try new things. So I am forcing myself to better myself for the good of others, for animals, and it's going to be work. I have to educate myself. I have to change my behavior, and that takes energy and time. So that in essence is work, but I'm going to do it because I know it's the right thing to do. And if you don't at least try, then you're not going to grow. So not really looking forward to the work, a little bit afraid about that. And I don't know what type of recipes I'm going to come up with that are going to be good. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error. So there's fear involved with change, but I'm excited about it, but I'm afraid. But I'm excited and afraid. So those emotions kind of keep battling each other inside of me as I embark on this journey. Finally, you're probably wondering what types of vegan videos I'm going to be doing. Well, rest assured, I'm still going to be doing product reviews for cruelty-free products and also earth-friendly products. Definitely want to do that. But I will be doing a little bit of cooking and baking. I'm doing this for the good of the animals. I just don't want them to experience cruelty anymore. If I can live and they can live, why don't I just try to modify my behavior? That's what I'm doing this for. So there will be some cooking, some baking, maybe some future visits to a farm animal sanctuary. I loved my experience going to one several years ago. I would like to return, and maybe I can show that to you. Who knows, any other information that I could learn that might be helpful to you if you are also embarking on a beginner vegan journey, I will definitely share that with you. I just wanted to share with you guys my cutting board. It's this piece of plastic. Isn't it just lovely? I'm going to be upgrading my cookware, that's for sure. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I am so happy that you're here, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.